smaller budget. Again, it's a 9-block area. It does not have as many of the services we have, but these are the services that are prioritized by the board.
It's been great for,
It's a marked improvement from just 10
Absolutely.
years ago, 15 years ago, the
Yeah.
way it played the area.
yeah, we have a means of contacting any one of our groups. There's communication with all the institutions up there. Other areas should do the same thing, partner with the city. You take pride in your area. Instead of pointing the finger, we're in it together, and that's been great.
One of the other items we have is, this will be presented at our board meeting tomorrow, but we did a survey in January to get some retailer and business owner demographics, as well as opportunities or challenges they see for the area. And that information will be reviewed and discussed by our board tomorrow. And then that'll be information we take into account as we continue to build out the needs of this district.
That was going to be my next question on the marketing aspect of it, just to see the difference in revenue for the whole entire district between season and off season when it comes to students being on the campus versus not. Are we seeing a lot of people traveling up there, you know, to visit the business?
Substantially less.
Okay.
It's probably 75% business. It's probably 20, it's at least 75, 50% less during the summer. But at some point, we've always tried to get the local community to come up to the university. And I think we're going to get there. It's just one of those things.
What about with all the new housing up there? I know there's supposed to be, it's student housing, both private and
Right, we've
generated
seen
by
a
SU,
huge
but-
increase, especially on
huge-
Genesee Street.
But, I mean, I think that area, especially with Micron and all that, might be attracted to some of the younger people who are out of college, who are working at Micron,
Sure.
you know? So, I know there's a project in the works right on Marshall Street that could be interesting.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that might provide more revenue for both you and the city if they are.
Especially if
it's not so
they're going
seasonal.
to be there all year long,
that's right,
as
yeah.
opposed to just students.
You're right.
A lot of those student housing, I think they require a year's worth of pay.
right.
Now, if a student leaves during the summer, he leaves, but I think more and more we're seeing more people stay instead of leave, or go away maybe for a month and then come back.
Come back, right?
Yeah.
I have a question. How much does Syracuse University reimburse this? Where are they? Do they put money into this?
Absolutely,
Yep.
yeah.
They do, but
Yes.
it
That
doesn't
was-
show, it doesn't show on this, does it?
Well, they're part of the special assessment levy.
Okay.
Yep, so their contribution, there's 39 contributing properties within this district, and all of SUs are contributing properties into the special assessment levy. So that gets, yep,
And does that include security or Syracuse Police? Because Syracuse University has its own security.
yep, and they just opened up a storefront on the corner of Crouse and Marshall Streets.
Okay.
And so that is something too where I know they're in the process right now, as I understand it, of renewing their service agreement between the Syracuse University and the city of Syracuse on what services are provided. So that's something that we're continuing to work closely with them to make sure we're leveraging each other's resources.
And do they have a fire department or they lean on the city of Syracuse?
That I don't know. If we're familiar with the Department of Public Safety, but I'm not familiar with the fire
We provide
department.
the services for them up there.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's,
Genesee has a fire station, right?
well,
But that's SPD, not SU. So,
there
I mean,
was
SFD.
there used to
right.
be a firehouse on East Fayette until the previous administration closed it down, so. I think that's something that the city is going to have to like address at some point with all the activity up there as far as commercial activity, housing activity.
Right.
We're gonna need we're gonna have to bond for a firehouse and probably put 20 firefighters in. At some point, we're gonna have to come up with the money for that.
And for the survey results were helpful, just because, again, like the budget for Crouse Marshall is pretty lean in terms of what it covers and provides for the district. But as the board has been having the conversations of how do we tap into these nearby markets, what are some other activities that we need to be undertaking? So that's something too, we're understanding if we want additional services and attention placed on this district, what are they? And then what would be the budget asked to support that?
I mean, interrupt you, but the traffic is so tight. The streets are so old. God forbid there's another emergency. Fire truck cannot get through there. You got, like on Walnut, you'll have cars parked here and here, you know, and it's so tight. God forbid, there's a fire and they can't get through.
We see the connection. University is as far east as this district goes, and so where we tend to see a lot of the congestion is on Crouse, near like the Dunkin' Donuts for people running in, as well as Marshall Street with some of the delivery drivers and loading zone drop-offs.
And then the hospitals we have up there too.
So what are some of your special projects you have in page 227?
So the special projects covers this past year. It was brick repairs, it was kiosk refurbishment and replacement. There's 2 kiosks up there. So we had those repainted and all the inserts changed out. We purchased 23-ish new banners and hardware for the Hill District. We purchased new trash cans and liners. We had some bike racks removed. And then the flower planters. Yep, so the special projects captures all of those public
Like
space
renovations,
enhancements.
improvements?
Yep.
Okay. Are there any other questions?
Does the Crouse Marshall group also have the what was it, the assessment fee or whatever?
Yep, the Crouse Marshall is also funded by a special assessment, and their formula is based on assessed value and linear frontage.
Near frontage?
Yep, so the downtown special assessment formula has 4 different factors that are taken into account when devising that. So how both downtown and Crouse Marshall work is there's a set number for the special assessment levy, and then that set number is divided, is allocated per property based on a specific formula. So the downtown has 4 factors that contribute to the formula. Crouse Marshall has well, it's really 3. Assessed value, linear frontage, and for-profit or not-for-profit status are the 3 primary factors up on Crouse Marshall. And so it's not as, like, when you see new development happening within these areas, it's not like the budget automatically goes up. The special assessment amount has to change, and then that then gets allocated by property based on that formula by the city's assessment office.
The not-for-profits typically pay maybe 5% less. I think that's what
There's a
it is.
discount, there's a
There's a
reduced rate for the
discount.
not-for-profits.
But the non-for-profits are our largest properties up there. So typically, of our 100 and whatever budget, the university's probably paying 60,000 of it, maybe, I'm guessing.
They pay a good
They
portion.
pay a good portion.
And similar to the downtown committee, it's also the Crouse Marshall Board who's charged with making the recommendation to the mayor about what the Crouse Marshall special assessment should be. So based on a specific program of services they would like to see, that's how this budget is developed and then put forward to the mayor's consideration and then also for your consideration.
Any other questions of my colleagues here? Erica, this was great. Jerry, thanks for your continuing dedication to the city
Well,
and
it's-
that area.
It's our way of
Your
giving back
family
to the
is-
community.
Family's always been
Thank
there
you.
for us, you know, so I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Good move.
Second.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me ask you this, are you running somewhere?
Yeah, I gotta go down and see the mayor. But I gotta talk to
Oh, Oliver Payne's houses.
Tomorrow.